I'm really impressed with breakfast.
Poor Nicole, she's not feeling too hot. Hakodate itself feels a little dated, and on this trip I finally understand what's going on. When we get back to the hotel, we're gonna bust into those strawberries and give them a try. And we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Let's bust into these strawberries. I'm getting the smell of strawberry big time as soon as I opened that up. Very nicely shaped strawberries. Here.
You want me to have the first go?
Sure.
Mmm. Oh my god, it is like candy.
Does it whack you in the face?
It's very yummy. It's I like the texture too. I don't like it when it's either too hard or too soft. It's just perfect. You can see why they're number one. They taste like what a strawberry, like a perfect strawberry should taste like. Not hard, not flavorless. Check out the inside. It's actually red inside, not white. These have got to be good for us.
Mmm. Yeah, strawberry. It's funny that the strawberries and the grapes we had yesterday, and the cantaloupe, and all the fruits really, they taste like they're fake. You know, you get Bubblicious. That's why we call the grapes Bubblicious, because grape Bubblicious is like the de facto grape flavor to me. The strongest grape flavor I can think of, and that's what the grapes here taste like really strong, exactly how you would expect a grape, and that's what this is. It's just like a strawberry. Like at home, you get the strawberries. The strawberry flavor is very weak, unless you really spring for the really expensive ones. But maybe these are the really expensive ones here. I was saying to Nicole, I don't know how Japanese people can afford to eat fruit if this is all that they have available, but it can't be.
I can gobble up that whole box.
Well, you're going to have to. So that's good. Those strawberries were good. We devoured those things. That's what's left. And I didn't mention this before, but this white stuff underneath them is foam. They're well protected, well looked after strawberries. We ventured out after our snack. So we're heading up the slope here, hoping to find the street. I think it's in this direction. So we're kind of like heading up towards Mount Hakodate, where the observation site is. And this is kind of a nicer street with tiles on the road. Look, there's a ship heading out. And there's a Greek Orthodox Church up here, which I probably heard this morning when I was walking back to check on Nicole around 10. It was going crazy. Did you find something? Are you still going up?
Not sure.
Okay, we keep going. The Greek Orthodox Church is up here. But here's an information sign. Churches in Motomachi Park and the old Hakodate Public Hall is that way, and Mount Hakodate Ropeway is that way. So let's keep going. This is very nice. This tree and the bamboo fence. It's an interesting kind of modern looking Japanese house. All right, we're gonna keep making our way up here. We've made it to the Russian Orthodox Church, and there's a sign out here explaining its history, and it says that it was built in 1859, which seems to contradict the sign I read earlier this morning that the polar bear that said that the first people coming here was 1868. So I'm very confused. But so this was built in 1859, and a priest from Russia came here in 1861, once the embargo on Christianity was lifted in Japan. So yeah, maybe I misread that other sign, I don't know. Maybe I'm just spewing BS. Outstanding building, the Russian Orthodox Church here. Nicole was pointing out to me the juxtaposition between the building itself and the grounds around it, because the grounds are very Japanese. The gardening is a very Japanese look, and then you got this very European-y, Russian-looking building here, and this is very. At first, I was like, but then thinking about it and looking at it from a bit of a distance, it is very striking. Beautifully perched up here on the hill. She went inside. I didn't go in because you have to take your shoes off, and I'm being lazy. So she'll give me a bit of a synopsis of what's inside. She's just trying to figure out how to get to me. She went up the wrong way over there. Oh, yeah, you can see the Japanese shrubbery and the trees over here. They're like gigantic bonsai, but they're not, but that's what they look like to me. And then you have this building with its onion domes and its bell tower. Yeah, just really striking, the building with the garden. Found me.
I did.
So what was it like inside?
It was really cozy. It looks, I mean, it doesn't look like it's a big cathedral, but when you go in, the actual space of worship is really tiny, and I was wondering how many people they would have in their congregation, because I mean, it's a Greek Orthodox church in Hakodate, and I can tell you there's probably a very, very small congregation, because there's only enough seating for 20 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's very well looked after, very well taken care of, so I think whoever their parish, even though it's small, they're dedicated, because everything is gleaming inside. There's lots of gold. Gold chandelier, gold candelabra.
Candelabra?
Yeah.
Or you can, even outside is meticulous.
Yeah.
It's still really white for the most part, and the gardens are really well looked after.
Exactly. I'm really glad you came to visit this.
It's really beautiful up on the hill. It's got a really great view. Yeah. I can imagine the view from the clock tower. I mean the bell tower.
Did you read the part about the bells being taken during World War II?
No.
Yeah, the government had claimed the original bells during World War II for the usage of the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know.
Of course, yes.
So the bells were, the current bells were replaced by, I guess, a private donator down in Kyoto, or somewhere outside this region, and he donated the bells for this cathedral.
There was another plaque over there that said that that they've been replaced 5 times.
Oh boy! But now they are one of the 100 sound cultural heritage sites, according to the plaque.
You mean the one we just saw?
I'm not sure.
It said that this has been designated as one of the 100 sounds of Japan.
Yes, 100 sounds of Japan.
Yeah. Just around the corner from the Russian Orthodox Church is a Catholic church. Nicole went into it. I didn't go in again because you have to take your shoes off and I'm being lazy, but also because you can't take pictures, and that was true of the other one as well. So I just figured I'll let her go in and check it out. This one here was built in 1924. On this site there was originally a wooden church which had burnt down 3 times, so they had to keep building it back up, and then eventually they just built this structure, and the sign here says that it's fireproof. So they finally had enough rebuilding their churches. And again, this one, the first temporary Catholic chapel was founded here in 1859, same as the Russian Orthodox. What was the inside of this one like?
When you step inside this church, you immediately forget that you are in the middle of Japan. But it is extremely meticulously clean, and it's a very, very welcoming church. Very high blue steeple ceilings with stars. Just felt like home. I'm Roman Catholic, so as soon as I got in, I was like...
It is pretty impressive. Yeah. It does look super clean outside even.
And it has a very sweet, homey feeling to it that I can't really describe. Not like a giant cathedral, just... It's like a
more personal, maybe.
Yeah, it's like the space kind of comes in and gives you a hug.
It's small and personal.
Yeah, really like this church.
We definitely found the touristy section of Hakodate up on the hill here, where these churches are that we've just seen, and we're walking down this street with some older buildings which have been well preserved, and everything's just a lot cleaner, better looked after. All the garden and trees and whatnot are very well manicured. It's really quite picturesque, and the architecture is very unique to anything we've ever seen in Japan. It's got a very obvious Western influence, which I think is a theme in Hokkaido from what we've seen so far. Yeah, I'm glad we came up here and found this. There's a beautiful view from up here. This was the road we walked up. I can't see our hotel from here. Our hotel is sort of right around here. So yeah, we're enjoying the stroll up here. It's quite warm. Hasn't been super cold. I'm quite comfortable. Just like this morning, I think it did drop a little bit and it's gotten a bit windier earlier. But nothing like Sapporo. Sapporo was pretty frigid. Like, here's an interesting building. See, it's got interesting mixes of Japanese and Western. The garden, definitely, like that tree, is pretty amazing. And it's definitely a Japanese. The doors are very Japanese, but I think the building structure and roof lines are quite Western. This building, those arched windows are very Western to me. Oh, Nicole's way up there. This is definitely Japanese. I don't see any Western influence there. Beautiful building. And this one's clearly confused. See, like the back end of this building, the back part looks kind of Western, and the bottom here is clearly very Japanese. That one's interesting. So yeah, definitely a different feel. Like usually when we are going and looking at these types of streets, these old preserved streets, they look like this building here. And the bottom of this building, this sort of like dark wood, and that kind of a pointed roof line. And that's normally what we would expect to see in an old preserved Japanese street. So this one is very unique and quite interesting to explore. So along this really picturesque, beautiful street, we came across the second most delicious ice cream melon bread in the world, which made us chuckle, because where is the first? And how many can there be? It looks very good, and it's roped us in, so we're going to go in and give it a try. But before we do, we have to heed the warnings. This might get messy, and we shouldn't enjoy it too much. And this is how we're supposed to eat it. Take a bite, use the spoon, keep the bun in the bag to avoid a messy time. Definitely,
we don't want messy time.
Let's definitely remember that step. Step 3.
No messy time.
Yeah, and then finish with a delicious ice cream beverage. I guess it's gonna melt on us. Take as much napkins as you like. We have plenty. All right.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna use the machine. We want this. We put in our yen.
Yes.
Please wait. The ticket is now printing.
Then
Please
we
take
get
your
our
ticket.
And then we take our ticket, and I guess we give it to them.
It smells amazing.
So there's a melon bread. Slice it in half.
It smells so good.
It does
in
smell
here.
good. Fresh baked bread will do that to you. You grab it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's gonna be good.
It's time for the second most delicious melon bread in the world.
So here's the bun with the ice cream in this cool cone-shaped bag.
To prevent messy time.
Yeah, we want to prevent messy time. And they gave us this, which is a piece of the bread. I'm not quite sure why, or if it's different or something. But let's give this a... I feel like this is going to fall, so can I put this in your lap?
Yes.
Or you want to hold it?
Sure.
Alright, let's give this a try. Wow, that's really good. This is like an ice cream sandwich on steroids. The bun is still warm, and it's got a good crunch. They've got like a, I guess the melon is again the sort of the
Shape.
look of it, maybe the shape, yeah. And these things here are crunchy. You get that crunch, and then you get into the nice cold, soft ice cream. It's really good.
Let me have a go.
Where is yours?
Aww. Here, you hold this now. Wow. If this is the second most delicious one in the world, I'm dying to find out the first.
Yeah, that's kind of so bizarre.
The sign was what made me want to go in and have it, though. The fact that they said they were the second one. If they said that they were the world's best melon ice cream baller in the world, I would have been like, just a gimmick. But since they said they were the second, I thought it must be legit.
Yeah. It's very good. Let's polish this off before it turns into soup. And then we'll have messy time. That ice cream was on point. Wow, we just devoured that thing. We were fighting over it. But yeah, that was really good. Nicole said that was the best ice cream snack she's had here yet. And we're continuing down the street, and we hit the Motomachi Park. Some old buildings in there, and we're walking past it because we are going to this one. Motomachi Park actually looks really nice and bigger than I thought it was from the other angle. But this thing is impressive. Let's go find out what it is. Old public hall of the Hakodate ward. In 1907, a big fire burnt down over 12,000 houses, almost half of Hakodate ward. The public meeting hall where the citizens had gathered together was lost. So a wealthy merchant contributed 50,000 yen, a lot of money back then, about 1910, and they were able to build this building. This is a typical Western style architecture of the Meiji era. We're just finishing up this old section of Hakodate, and it's making me really glad that we came here and feeling a bit bad for being so harsh on Hakodate this morning. It's definitely a beautiful place to come and visit. And if you do your research ahead of time and know what to expect and what to do, you probably will skip feeling the way I was feeling. But so, sorry Hakodate, you're a beautiful city. You have your beautiful spots, that's for sure. And I just took a bit of footage overlooking Hakodate Bay. The sun is setting behind us, a bit of pink in the sky. Lights are coming on across the bay. Very picturesque. And right now we're walking in Motomachi Park. Nicole's up ahead again because I am slow filming and looking at these old buildings. It's another old Western style building below the Hakodate I forget what it was, community house or something like that up above. So Nicole's still not feeling too hot, still a little under the weather.
Back to the hotel we go.
Yeah, so let's go back to the hotel, take a bit of a pit stop, rest up a little, and then head out again. We'll go to the red brick warehouses, I think, eh?
Yeah, check that out and see what they have in store for us.
And then we gotta find food. I am getting very hungry. That melon ice cream is only gonna take me so far. Here's another really amazing view. Down at the bottom of this road is the spot this morning where I was talking about the what was it called? The customs office. Yes, at the bottom of this street is the customs office, and I might have taken a shot up from there, and this is what it looks like. I should go back into the middle of the road. So that's really beautiful. From the bottom there, when you look up the other direction, you see that thing glowing. Really nice area. Somewhere around here is a British consulate, old British consulate. But I think I'm gonna put the camera away and just concentrate on getting Nicole back, because I keep lagging and she keeps getting a bit unamused. And don't blame her, she's having a rough day. So we found the British consulate on our way back to the hotel. It's got a nice Christmas tree. It's a very Japanese looking building. One last view up this beautiful road to the Hakodate Community House, Town Hall.
Community Hall.
Community Hall. We'll mash those two together. So we got to see this view in the daylight in the morning, and in the evening all lit up. So it wasn't long in the red brick buildings before I found something I had to have. And this is, they call this pumpkin. This is pumpkin soft serve. But it looks more like, I think what they call pumpkin is kabocha squash. And it's at this place here that also does pumpkin flavored cheesecake, which I had a sample of, which was amazing, and other various pumpkin baked goods. I'm not sure where Nicole got off to. I wonder where she is. I'll find her. Uh-oh, it's dripping. Mmm. Yeah, the kombucha's a little mild, but it's really creamy. No, it's good. Here's Nicole. Yeah, it's good stuff. They took Visa.
Oh my, excellent. As I was walking along this complex, I suddenly smelled sesame, and I followed my nose, and lo and behold, there was a sesame shop. And inside the sesame shop, they sold specialized black sesame ice cream.
Among other sesame products.
It's true.
You got some sesame seeds.
I did. Shall we show that later, though?
Sure.
Okay, let's go for the ice cream now. Wow, it's so powerful and strong. It's it doesn't taste like...
Powerful and strong? I think you've been in Japan for too long.
I'm sick too, remember? It's it has a bit of a bitter taste to it.
The smell coming out of there that you were like, where I could smell sesame, had a bitter smell, like a burnt smell.
It has exactly a burnt bitter taste to it. Really good. It's not overly sweet. It just tastes like they took a lot of sesame and pounded the crap out of it and then turned it into ice cream. Have it go.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
It's good.
The flavor
quality.
like hits you right at the end.
It's powerful and strong.
It's good. It's interesting. They don't have like a soft serve machine that you would think that they would have. They have pucks. She pulled a puck out of a drawer. It was like a fridge, a cooling thing with drawers, and she pulled the puck out and she put it in this machine and she like pressed it down and out came this ice cream. It's pretty cool. We've seen that in other places as well.
Yeah, and the pucks actually had their logo on it, so it wasn't like a...
Yeah. No, they clearly, they made it. It's from their company. And I asked her, could you open the drawer so I could like film the pucks? And she said no. Something about that, she wouldn't allow that.
But she let you film the making of the pressing down and make the process of...
Yeah, I'm not sure if she realized what I was doing.
I think she thought when you just wanted a photo.
Yeah, I think she thought I was taking a photo, but she didn't look because she was watching the machine, so I got a film of her making the cone for you. We're always going to finish and enjoy this ice cream and keep going. I'm sure the next building will be some other ice cream we'll want to try. All right, we finished up in the red brick warehouse buildings. The shops were really cool, actually. I thought it was just going to be everything was going to be a complete tourist trap type of thing, selling really cheese souvenirs. But it ended up being a good mix of, there was some of that. Well, I wouldn't say cheese souvenirs, but food. There was a lot of food souvenir type places. A lot of places selling fish and whatnot. Like scallops and that kind of stuff, but not in the same way as the fish market this morning. Much more packaged and prepared. And there was also a lot of like unique brands. There was this really weird one, which was Old Papa or Grandpa or something like that, and had the weirdest tagline. I don't get that. I didn't get that at all. And what else was in there? I mean, you saw us having ice cream. There was ice cream, some other cafes. But generally, a really fun time just walking around the buildings and looking at all the shops and what they had and whatnot. And we're back at the hotel again. Nicole, I keep coming out of light. Nicole is not looking so good again. So we might just hang out in the room for the rest of the night. If I'm hungry, I'm going to go to Family Mart, grab a few things. But we'll see. We're going to watch some YouTube and see if she starts to feel better. So right now I'm just running up to the lounge level because they have popsicles up there. Pro tip, if you ever stay at La Vista, you can go up to the floor that has the spas, and there's a big cooler with ice cream, like little ice creams, popsicles I should say. And they're not bad actually. They're like a name brand popsicle, they're not cheesy ones. So I'm going up to grab a couple of those and then go back down, watch YouTube, and hopefully Nicole's feeling better. We'll go out and get something to eat, otherwise we'll just go to bed. Tomorrow we have a relatively early day. Well, it'll be the same as today. We're going to go down for early breakfast, but we have to get to the train station by, I would say, 20 to 10 to find our train, which is at 10:05. So we'll be doing that, and then we're heading to, where am I going? Then we're heading to a new spot, Hakodate, which is, we're staying in another ryokan, but this is not, is it? It might be. I don't think it is an onsen resort. It's just a ryokan up there. So looking forward to that. I could have soaked in the onsen tonight. All right, let's go find these popsicles. So this is the view from the 13th floor where the onsen are, or the public baths, overlooking the red brick warehouses there. And you can see the observation deck up there over the reflection of my head. This is the lounge, and there's the ice cream. So these are them. They're little ones, but they're really good. This blue one here is actually really good. It's got a white, like soft filling. All right, so I got 2 ice creams. Back down to watch YouTube with Nicole. Nicole is feeling up to going out, so we have done that. We're gonna go check out this tempura place we saw near the market this morning and hope it's open. It's just past 8. It's 8 on a Sunday. No idea if it'll be open or not. I don't remember it being open when we were walking by it last night. But we'll find out soon enough. And I found a new configuration for my goose. I've never flipped the collar like this and put the fur on the inside to keep my ears warm. This is pretty awesome. You just are wearing it full hood mode.
Yes.
Are you
I love
hungry?
It protects me from my face from the wind, keeps my ears warm, keeps my head warm. It's fantastic.
Are you hungry?
I am hungry.
Fingers crossed this place is open still. Otherwise it's going to be 7-Eleven food for us, I think, tonight. No! It's closed. We did not notice this earlier, unfortunately. It closes at 5:20. So what to do? Well, let's just walk around a bit. It's never really that hard to find food to eat in Japan. So we could just walk around a bit if we feel like it. Go back to where that izakaya was yesterday, and there'd be a bunch of places open, I'm sure. Or we could do the 7-Eleven thing and take it easy tonight since you're not feeling too well. Or we passed a few places on the way here, we could check those out. But I was really craving that place.
Is that a ramen shop over there?
I don't know.
Let's check that out.
Okay.
I can do ramen.
Okay, we'll find food and we'll be back. So that's what the morning market looks like when it's closed. Not quite as dire as we remembered from the night before, but still pretty uninviting, eh? That's
Definitely uninviting.
the shops just have, and this is not just here, we've noticed in other places, just have like metal doors that come down and close out everything. So it looks really close, like this is not a store. And we noticed that also in Sapporo when we were in Pole Town right before they opened. It was every store was the same. They had these big metal doors shut, and you're like, this is not going to be nice. And then as soon as the doors opened, everything kind of came alive and was perfectly fine. So I don't know what the point of this is, but that's what the morning market looked like at night. All right, we struck out with another restaurant. We got in and sat down. It was a place you had to take your shoes off and go up and sit. And unfortunately, once we ordered, we wanted fried stuff. We wanted tempura. She told us that the fryer is closed for the night, basically. And so she was only doing the raw fish. So we left there, and we've ended up at a soup curry place, and they also do Genghis Khan, the lamb stuff. So that's where we're at right now. And there's our griddle getting warmed up with a chunk of fat on the top to grease down the pan. And our lamb came, and we got our bibs on, and we're ready. We've also ordered soup curry so we could try that before we leave Hokkaido. And we're both extremely hungry. It's now 9:15. And here comes our soup curry. Thank you. So we're gonna dig into this. We'll show you as we put some meat on the grill. You want to try the curry?
Yeah, the soup curry.
Okay, try the soup curry.
So much about it. This is perfect for a cold night. It's not too spicy. It does have an Indian flavor as opposed to a Japanese flavor. Very, very, very flavorful. Really good.
And it came with the lamb cutlets. So we are getting some deep fried.
Yay! So
All
we
right.
can't stop drinking the soup.
Let's dig in. Okay, we finished dinner, and the restaurant was literally like right beside the hotel, so it was a 2-second walk into the hotel, which was great. And dinner was really good.
Yeah, it was.
We could have probably eaten more.
Yeah, it was
But-
unexpectedly good.
It was, yeah. The soup curry, the soup was really tasty, and again, it was more of a like Indian type of curry than a Japanese type of curry. And the lamb was really good on the griddle. That worked out well.
Yeah, and we're happy that we got to have 2 Hokkaido specialties before we leave tomorrow.
Yeah, we hadn't had soup curry yet. We were trying to have it in Sapporo, but we just ran out of time. So we got that off the list. So we got one more thing to try here, and a few goodies for later in the trip. But we're going to open this up. This is a custard. A milk custard.
The logo is a steaming cow.
I'm not quite sure why the cow is steaming.
Didn't stop us from buying it though.
No. So this is, we bought this in Noboribetsu, and I think this is local to that area, because it was everywhere there. It was really big in Noboribetsu. It's got a cool bottle. Let's try. So there's a custard on top and a little bit of caramel sauce on the bottom, like the reverse of what was in breakfast this morning. Oh, the spoon just fits. That's lucky. Mmm. Oh, it's super creamy. I wonder what it's flavored with. I don't even think it's not vanilla, which is what I would have expected. It might just be the natural flavor of the milk.
What do you think makes it yellow though?
Well, butter is yellow, and it's just churned cream. So this might be some, or maybe there's egg yolk in this.
Egg yolk. Must be egg yolk.
Yeah, there's got to be egg yolk to make it a custard.
Hey,
But
don't hog it all.
but it does have like a real buttery flavor.
Don't hog it all. Pass
Oh,
it
you
over.
want some?
Pass it over. Eating in bed.
Your favorite pastime.
Wow. I know you said it was creamy, but it blows me away just how creamy it is. The flavor's nice, but the texture is just it's like eating velvet.
Yeah, it's velvety smooth.
Yeah, it's like eating velvet. Should I try to get some caramel?
No.
I don't think I can actually.
Okay.
It might take a while for us to get down to the caramel. You want me to pass it back?
Soon. So we're off tomorrow. We got to get up early again for breakfast and then get packed up and get to the train station for 9:30, 9:40. And
it's going to be a long, rough journey.
Yeah, another 4 to 5 hour journey total. But at least it's mostly on Shinkansen. It's always a comfortable ride.
Yeah, the cars that we're in are nice.
Yeah, the green cars.
Yeah.
We got 3 trains and it's all green car.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure about the green car decision when we bought the tickets, but now that we're on them constantly, it was money well spent. Well spent, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like rail pass. The rail pass is a green level, so that we can get onto the green cars. And all the trains that have green. And so far they all have had it. I think the only train that we're going to be on that won't have green is the train from Sendai to Yamagata. That's a local train. And then the short little trip from Shin Osaka to Osaka Station is another local train. Everything else has had green, which is great because it's very comfortable.
It is.
So 2 new Shinkansens tomorrow and the same train out of Hakodate as we took into Hakodate. So,
this custard's going to be gone.
Okay, I'm going to say goodnight. So we will see you tomorrow.
Night.
Thanks a lot for watching the video all the way through. We really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up down below if you enjoyed the video and consider subscribing to our channel. We have a lot more videos coming in. You don't want to miss any. There's the little bell beside the subscribe button. If you click that after subscribe, then you'll get notifications when we do post up new videos. That was an amazing day in Hakodate. We went from being a little bit shell-shocked at what we saw when we first got off the train to just falling in love with Hakodate. And this video here really is what did that for us, walking around the old area with the old Western style buildings.
Yeah, very beautiful.
2 things I do want to clarify that I mentioned in this video that was kind of wrong. Hakodate first opened up for foreign trade in 1854. And that makes a lot more sense because a lot of the churches were talking about things happening in the late 50s, and we were very confused because I had thought that it had opened in the 60s based on that sign I was reading near the polar bear. I must have read it wrong. So 1854. And the other thing I just want to clarify is that building I said it was the customs building. It's not. It's a new building that was built on the site of the old customs building, but the new building is actually a base for the Maritime Self-Defense Forces in Hakodate. So just 2 things to clarify quickly.
I have a quick question.
What's that?
Why on earth did we only buy one of those ice cream melon balls? They were so good!
Yeah, it was really, it looked so simple, but it was so good. I mean, the crunchy bread and the soft ice cream. It was killing us watching that clip.
And yes, we did fight for the last bits on the street.
Yes, I wasn't joking when I said that.
Speaking of which,
yes.
good segue.
Yeah, we got some food here to share with you. So we picked these up in Hakodate in the red brick warehouses. And since you had the great idea of sharing things we picked up in the video, at the end of the video in these end cards, you've unfortunately had to wait to try these. And you couldn't wait for the Hakodate videos to come because you really wanted to bust into these. So these are, what are these exactly?
I think they're more like prawn crackers. There's crab, cuttlefish, and squid.
3 flavors.
Yeah, this is what we think based on the diagrams because we actually have no idea.
I guess we could have Google translated it, but pictures seem to work.
Yeah.
So let's give one a try. Which one are you going to try?
Let's try with squid. I love how they're individually packaged.
Yes, that's pretty convenient.
Break into this. Oh, they kind of broke.
Yes, traveling in the luggage is rough on these types of things.
Wow, they're really squiddy. It think the whole room smells of squid right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really good. It got little flecks of, we guess there's squid inside them. Yeah, it's a really good snack. All I need is a beer.
We should have bought more.
Yes.
I see a theme.
And we got one more thing here to try. So we got this corn soup, Hokkaido corn soup that we picked up, and it comes in a pouch. And I think we can just nuke this or microwave this up, and we'll give it a try. We'll be right back.
Boy, that was the easiest instant food we ever had. Just snip the pouch open, dump it in the bowl, ding it in the microwave for a minute, and voila! Oh, you can't see your bowl. But there's a bowl down here.
There's your bowl.
There's my bowl.
Smells really good.
Mm-hmm. Wow. It doesn't taste like instant at all.
No?
It tastes quality.
No,
Yeah.
give it a quick taste.
Hokkaido, you do really good foods.
That is really good. It's a little reminiscent of like a creamed corn that you can get here.
No, it's
But
better.
It is. It's more soupy.
Yeah, it's very good.
But it has a really good, strong corn flavor.
So I think a big success to both the things that we brought back. If you are in Hokkaido, I definitely recommend those crackers though. Wow, they are fantastic.
They are good. This
Good
soup
snack.
is really good.
Okay, buy both.
All right. So that's it for us today. Again, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions about anything you've seen, please ask them down below. We are trying to be pretty good at responding to comments. And the subscribe button is going to be here. So just click that and subscribe. See you in the next one.